Do you need to eat less or do you need to eat more? That's the question. And it's an interesting question because usually we associate losing weight with eating less. Just eat less and you'll lose weight. We talked about the calorie equation, how it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to just release fat if you eat less. However, sometimes we've eaten so little for so long that our body is used to that, and it doesn't matter how little we eat, we still hold on to weight. So let's talk about this because you might be in a state where you need to refeed and refuel. And we've talked about prioritizing protein. We've talked about the calorie equation. We've talked about being carb conscious. But if that's not working and you still feel like you're stuck, you might be in this position that I found a lot of people that I've worked with in, that the good news is you can get out of it. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're going to talk more about fasting, more about restricted eating windows, right? But what a lot of us have done for decades is starvation diets where we eat 500 calories a day or 900 calories a day. And our body, believe it or not, gets used to that. So if you normally burn 1,500 and all of a sudden you're only needing 900, your body reduces your consumption, your caloric demand, probably down to about 1,000 or maybe even right down to 900. And all of a sudden your metabolism, your metabolic rate is shrunk and your body is in this state where it's just reduced its muscle, it's atrophied enough, and it's like, hey, we can get by. Okay? And if you've been in that state for so long, your body's just conditioned to that. So we have to get out of it. And sometimes to get out of it, you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. I need to lose weight, Nick. I need to drop this fat. I just can't get it to move. What do? You might be in a state, if this is what I've described as you, if you're like, Nick, I hardly eat anything. Nick, I look at food and I gain weight. I don't eat at all. I need you to start eating. I need you to start prioritizing protein. Get those protein goals in. If you need to eat a bunch of little meals, eat a bunch of little meals. If you're like, I'm just not hungry, you need to start fueling your body again, because the more that your brain realizes there's food in your belly, the more your brain's like, oh, we can go repair this. We can go build this. We can go put some muscle back on because we have the building blocks to do so. Okay? Now, if you're in a state where you're like, Nick, I never have underconsumed, that's not me, then you can just kind of let this one go and focus on just being right. Listen to your body, eat when it's hungry, not when it's time. If you find yourself snacking, get out of the kitchen, right? But if you're somebody like, no, I never eat, this message is for you. It's time to eat a little bit more. It's time to prioritize that protein. Make some small meals if you need to. And during those eating windows, let's eat. Let's get it in, okay? It's surprising. I know you're confused by it, but just trust me, it's time to eat.